So I just like to start off with a big, yay, he finally did it, you're going to ring on his finger. A couple of seconds ago he just said, I can't get it off. He's there for life. So I just come to the terms that he's a married man. So I'd like to start, I think, with just saying, round of applause. What do you think?
Yeah.
The occasion. However, come on, look at me, Richard, we haven't done bad, have we? Right? However, Richard didn't look this good 16 years ago when I met him for the first time. I remember seeing him walking through the town centre and seeing him sat outside McDonald's on the windowsill alongside Murtha's version of Frankenstein. Guys who probably know him as Walkie. Just staring into space. I knew I could save this soul, so I pulled him aboard the ship and said, come on, I'll save you. Okay. Good job, eh? Best metaphor. And since then we've done so many things together. First of all, holidays. We've been on a few trips, haven't we? Yep. We've just come back from, I won't mention that actually. But, you know, we've been away on holidays, as boys do, with a couple of guys on the table there. And he'd do things like hold my head over the toilet when I was being sick. And I'd make sure he got the right treatment and fall asleep. Cars, we've been through lots and lots of cars together. Myself, BMWs, Richard's been through walls. And Dawn's always been there to buy him an even more expensive car when he's just written off one. I'm sure he did it just on purpose to get a new car. I mean, when my first car was a van, and if I scratched that, my father would give me a black eye. My father, by the way, is Dawn Swipe, that childhood sweetheart, Jesse. So that's been, are we brothers? We're both really competitive, which I think this here opposites attract, but me and Richard are quite very similar, I think. We're both really competitive and always find an excuse to compete. Who's the fastest? Who's the best at tennis? Who's the tallest? I remember we used to go down to the local fountain shop and find these dirty magazines in the top shelf. Richard also on this one. And when he picked up the one of his fancy, he kneeled down and put it into the first copy of the newspaper, so that the next innocent customer would get a nice surprise when they got home. That's if they hadn't got accused of theft before they left the store. Something else we would compete about was who could catch the best tan. And of course I always won that. Yeah. I remember one holiday we went away to Ibiza and Richard was determined to beat me in my bronzing skills. So I had my factor 10, 8, he was there with his pure tanning oil, no protection whatsoever. The second day, Richard strolled out to the sea, spun around and the whole of his back just peeled completely off. Unreal to me. Entertainment. I remember when through the summer holidays we would just try to keep each other entertained, and where I used to live with my parents up in Annis Park, for those of you who know Murtha, there was a little footbridge that led over to the town centre with a tin roof. So down of us would just walk up to the entrance, grab all the pebbles and just launch them to the top of this tin roof, and it would just completely shatter and make a huge crashing sound. We'd stand there watching the Saturday shoppers jumping, screaming, old women falling over, kids crying. It was fantastic. Why would we work? We were having the time of our lives. However, it did come a point in our life when we had to start working. Do you remember when we started working together first of all? No, before that. That's not about this. The first job I think I remember was we worked in one of the garages, several garages, which was really convenient because it meant we got discounted fuel. We weren't thieves, we just used our imagination, so it was an interesting job. We moved on swiftly to the coolers, which is Murtha's hotspot. But these guys go later, I think. They're better off going to stay here. That was a dream job for us. I mean, who wouldn't want to be surrounded by beautiful women and booze at the age of 16? Dream job, eh? What do you think? Yeah, you've done it before, never seen it. But it was a bit of a shock then when we started work and realised we had to work, so we quit. And headed back to the footbridge. Sophie, my love? What are you getting? Again, more sweets. So, yeah, I said we're similar in many ways. We do things like we'd be forever sharing clothes. And I remember years later I'd find things that I apparently lost in Richard's closet. Do you remember my red Cooper shorts? There you go. The words out of my mouth, the apparently we're both tight. Well, I think in his speech there he sort of touched on that, but I don't think we're tight, I just think we're sensible with money. Miranda, and my lovely lady on the back corner filming this speech for some reason, Abby, will tell you how we encourage them to turn the lights off, turn the heat off, and just take the jacket on and read a magazine. Who needs electricity? Sensible with money, not very tight. And then there come that point in the life for Richard, had to get taken away from him, but I get to see less of it when he met Miranda, who for some reason, probably mind this master, I really couldn't get to grips with her name. What did I used to call you? Miranda. A new Indian princess name, which I thought was quite nice. She learned to love it. Miranda. First impression, she seemed nice. Beautiful, obviously. And someone whose father you didn't want to mess around with. I remember doing this Scouse accent and these huge hands. I thought this was a lethal combination. Rich, treat her nice for God's sake. That was another bit of advice I give to Richard. Another little bit about our lives, I think, what makes us best friends is some of the guys here who are other friends. And they're all weird and wonderful, like ourselves in many ways, I think. And I remember, well, thinking, if Miranda's the girl for Richard, we need a tester. Can she cope with the likes of Gary? Gary, stand up. Gary, stand up.
I got so like...
Cow. Cow, look, there's another Rhys there. Just to see how she could cope, because I remember testing Dawn a couple of years before that. It's something we used to call Colin the Animal. And just after a couple of seconds, she very swiftly escorted him out of the house or something. Because she thought he was going to pinch his TV, pinch her TV. Well, I don't know why, because he just stood there, silently, staring at the TV. I don't know why. He was kicked out anyway. So she failed, sorry Dawn. But she accepted me, yeah, and my father. However, I had faith in Miranda. She held out on someone we call Tony Replay, who may show up later tonight. Tony, after 10 minutes of meeting with Miranda 7 years ago, still has her picture as his screensaver on his phone to this very day, which I think is pretty sweet. But friendly, weird and wonderful. That's why I love them all, and Richard most too. I knew it was love actually when they started calling each other pigs. Their pet nickname for each other. Which, to be honest, I wasn't a bit jealous. I wanted to be a pig. They're now madly in love, run a hugely successful business together, and have a beautiful family unit that I think they should be extremely proud of, because I am. So, do I class him as a friend? I class Richard as one of my brothers, and I love the back. I've got 3 brothers. There's another one that's just joined the family, Miranda's as well. But I do wish them every success the rest of their lives together, and I can do that from the bottom of my heart. Before I wrote this, Amy was apparently going to run through this, and last night Richard told me I needed to put 10 minutes together, so someone's timing, I hope. I started scribbling down, and I thought, well, what can I say about Richard? More importantly, what can't I say about Richard? So rather than worrying about what I can tell you, I thought I'd just show you. Maestro?